Time now for the morning rush. Election day is over, but Americans are still waiting to learn who their next president will be. The race to the White House is still not called this morning, but we've been watching the numbers all night, and CBS News has President Trump holding at 213 electoral votes and Vice President Joe Biden with 224. Now, the magic number is 270 votes needed to win. Biden picked up New Mexico's 5 electoral votes, along with California, New York, and a flip of Arizona, while the president takes the critical states of Florida, Iowa, and Ohio.
The hotly contested U.S. Senate seat in New Mexico looks like it will stay Democrat. Election results show Democrat Ben Ray Lujan with 51% of the votes here over Republican Mark Ronchetti's 46%. Lujan says he plans to address health care concerns such as the coronavirus and the affordable health care. Lujan will be the 5th Latino U.S. Senator.
As expected, Democrat Deb Haaland is heading back to Washington for a second term. Unofficial numbers show Haaland with a whopping lead over Republican challenger Michelle Garcia Holmes. Haaland says that she plans to focus on the current health crisis, including passing another stimulus package.
Breaking overnight, Republican Yvette Herrell is projected to win over incumbent social Torres Small in a rematch for a U.S. House seat in New Mexico. A lot of money was poured into this race, nearly $30 million. The unofficial results from the Secretary of State's office has Herrell finishing 8 points over Torres Small.
Now to the District 3 race. Teresa Leger Fernandez appears to be declaring victory this morning. She'll be replacing Ben Ray Lujan, who held that job for 6 terms. Fernandez will be the first woman to hold the District 3 seat. She says that she's already got a list of main priorities when she gets to Washington. That's including the climate and economic crisis, as well as the pandemic.
Democrats will hold the majority in both chambers of the state legislature. All 112 seats were up for grabs this election, with a handful of incumbent senators fighting for their seats. Unofficial results showing Republican incumbent Sandra Rue, who has a powerful voice on the Senate Finance Committee, will lose to Democrat Harold James Pope Jr. There's been a more progressive push to get bills like legalizing marijuana and possibly tapping into the land grant permanent fund to boost education funding.
And New Mexico voters turned out in record numbers, with a large number voting early and absentee this year. Officials say more than 900,000 people voted. Now, in 2016, that number was around 800,000. But voter turnout is down compared to Obama's first run for president. Back in 2008, 70% of voters showed up compared to 67% this time around.
All right, real quick, let's go through several state bonds that you voted on that are expected to pass. Unofficial results show GO Bond B will pass. Voters saying yes to allocate more than $9.75 million for New Mexico libraries. That does include public and tribal libraries, as well as public school and academic libraries across the state. And
nearly 70% of voters said yes to GO Bond A. This would allow the state to spend nearly $33.3 million on senior facilities all across New Mexico. And finally, it looks like local schools will be getting more funding soon. 65% of voters said yes to GO Bond C, which allocates more than $156 million for New Mexico schools. That does include tribal schools, special schools, and schools for higher education. And the majority of New Mexican voters are in favor of the governor's office appointing all members of the state's Public Regulation Commission. 55% voting yes to passing the amendment to the state's constitution. In the past, voters decided on those positions. 6:45 now. Spot shower is possible, but the weather turns around by the afternoon. Meteorologist Erica Meyer, she's tracking more mild days before weekend storms. Stick around for her.
Welcome back. Well, this morning we are seeing some cloud cover and a couple of rain showers out there. Those rain showers, very light, spotty, and really just drizzle, but it's moving in from the west and pushing straight east into the Rio Grande Valley. We currently have some of those showers moving through Valencia County, just south of Los Lunas, right around Belen, and these are going to keep pushing to the east towards the Manzano Mountains. However, they are already starting to dissipate. Off further west, we do have some of these heavier little showers over the west mountains. These continue to push east, but will likely dissipate as they do. And a couple showers down towards the Gila. This is northeast of Silver City and getting closer to the Rio Grande Valley, but really shrinking in size. As we go through this morning, we will watch all those showers come to an end by around 9 a.m., the end of the morning commute. And then we are looking dry and clear. Temperatures this morning starting out in the 30s up to the northwest and northern mountains. A little bit chilly in some spots, seeing temps right around and below freezing for those of us in the upper Rio Grande Valley. However, Albuquerque is sitting at a mild 50 degrees this morning. We're also at 50 in Las Vegas and Santa Rosa, 59 in Clayton, 52 in Tucumcari, 44 in Roswell, 54 in Tier C, and 44 in Deming. As we head through today, another mild day expected. Temperatures climbing back into the 70s and 80s across the state. It'll take us a while to get there, but we will. 59 by 10 a.m., so still hanging on to that cooler air through the majority of the morning. 63 by 11 and 67 by the noon hour. Feeling very nice by midday. Great afternoon with sunshine, mild to warm temperatures out there. Perfect for getting outside. And you'll want to get that outdoor activity done before the end of the week, because we have some messy weather moving in starting Friday through the weekend. In fact, on Saturday, looking to be our messiest days. And those of you who like to get out on the weekends, we are going to be dealing with some lower elevation rain showers and some northern mountain snow and mix, along with very windy conditions on Saturday and some cooler temperatures on the way. So here's how temperatures are going to be impacted in the coming days. We'll be seeing near record and record heat over today and tomorrow, even some spots seeing that on Friday. And then temps are going to start drastically falling off Saturday and especially by Sunday. Albuquerque not expecting record temps today, but we will see some near record highs up towards Santa Fe. Temps in the upper 60s, near those record highs in the low 70s. Up in Farmington, record tying temperatures today and tomorrow, 72 degrees. Near record highs on Friday, then falling into the 60s and 50s for the weekend. In Las Vegas, we'll be in the low 70s and upper 60s through Friday. Temperatures just 4 degrees off from record high temperatures, and by the weekend falling into those low 50s by Sunday. And in Roswell, highs up to 86 today, a record tying temperature. Will start cooling off a bit tomorrow and Friday, but still staying very comfortable through the weekend. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. This weekend, we'll mainly be seeing precip, especially in the northern mountains, with heavy snow expected in the San Juans Friday night to Saturday and even into Sunday morning. So keep that in mind. That could affect your plans here in southern Colorado. Highs today, though, up to 69 degrees. In our northwest, some showers in the form of rain expected on Saturday, especially. 72 degrees, though, for now in Farmington and 70 in Grants. 81 in Las Cruces today, 77 in Socorro. We're looking dry, mostly dry this weekend. And in our southeast, 86 in Roswell, 85 in Hobbs, especially looking dry this weekend in the southeast, but windy conditions. In our northeast, 72 in Las Vegas, 74 in Raton, temps in the upper 60s by tomorrow. 68 Santa Fe, 73 in Espanola, temps staying the same tomorrow with sunshine for our Thursday. In the East Mountains, 71 in Edgewood, 66 in Cedar Crest, and in the Metro, 74 in Rio Rancho, 72 in the foothills, and 72 in downtown Albuquerque. We'll see temperatures at 73 tomorrow with sunshine, a chance for showers on Saturday. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. Artwork celebrating hot air balloons is now on display at the Balloon Museum. The inaugural exhibition features work by local and international artists showcasing balloons in a variety of settings. The artwork will be on display through January.
And at number 4, we're expecting near record and record high heat today. Temps making it to 86 in Albuquerque. That's 17 degrees warmer than normal. We should be seeing temps in the upper 60s. And we will be tying that previously set record that was set back in 1988.
At number 3, Democrats will hold a majority in both chambers of the state legislature in Santa Fe. All 112 seats were up for grabs this election, with a handful of incumbent senators fighting for their seats. Unofficial results show Republican incumbent Sandra Rue, who has a powerful voice on the Senate Finance Committee, will lose to Democrat Harold James Pope Jr. There's been a more progressive push to get bills like legalizing marijuana and possibly tapping into the land grant permanent fund to boost education funding. On
to number 2 now. The New Mexico's congressional races and official results show Democrats dominating, with the exception of one race. For the House in District 1, Deb Haaland will keep her seat, defeating Michelle Garcia Holmes. While in the southern part of the state, Republican Yvette Harrell has taken back that seat from Democrat Social Torres Small. And Democrat Teresa Ledger Fernandez defeats Republican Alexis Johnson in northern New Mexico. In the meantime, for the Senate, Democrat Ben Ray Lujan is projected to be the winner over Republican challenger Mark Ronchetti and Libertarian Bob Walsh. He'll be the 5th Latino in the U.S. Senate.
And at number 1, Election Day is over, but Americans are still waiting to learn who their next president is. CBS News has President Trump holding at 213 electoral votes and Vice President Joe Biden with 220. New Mexico's 5 electoral votes went to former Vice President Joe Biden early on in the night. Both candidates made early morning speeches, Biden indicating that the fight is not over, with the president even claiming to take to the Supreme Court. Now, we will have more results for you later on throughout the day at KRQE.com.